Hey guys, how's it going? It's Power Gaming 8590 here, and today we are going to be playing through the Cozy Camping Verified Creation by Kaoru Sato? I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it, but it does cost 300 creation credits, and what this does is it lets you deploy little campsites around the Commonwealth at will for you to be able to set up camp. Like if you're playing through survival, you can just set up camp. So how it does it is it adds in weapons in quotation marks. It adds in consumables you can throw that will enable it to like pop up is the best way to say it. It does also come with a hatchet weapon. If you are into melee, I would not buy this just for the hatchet, obviously. So it also does come with a backpack you can wear. So if you need a backpack, this comes with a backpack for you, which is not too bad. Now it is also including some settlement objects, which we will take a look at here towards the end. But first, we are going to go camping. So let's go find a nice little spot to set up camp. And I think I have an idea. It's not too far away. We're going to set up camp right over here across the river from Sanctuary. Not worth fast traveling because we can just about walk there in 3 seconds. And I'm thinking right up here at this little clearing might be a pretty good area. Now, before you guys start asking why my ammunition is not going down, I do have the TGM command active, so that way I could craft everything without worrying about components. So let's get to making a little camp. So we have a fire. Let's set up a fire. And now we have a little campfire. But what kind of campfire would it be without a tent? So let's throw up a porta tent, Vault-Tec edition, and we'll toss that right over there. And now we have a little tent. We can sleep in. Let's interact with the fire. We can cook and use this as a cooking station. That's... oh. Maybe. There we go. Now it's working. We can cook at it, so we can cook up some dinner. Very useful if you're in survival. And... okay, we're getting up. I was about to say I couldn't move. And we also have a bag. I'm curious to see what this bag is. Porta bag. Let's toss that here. What are you going to do? Oh, that's just a sleeping bag. Pack up. And that should add it right back into our inventory. So, you are able to set up a little tiny camp to call it quits for the day in survival. It's not too shabby. And I don't think it marks it on your map. No, it does not. But it gives you an option to save when you're on the go. Now let's take a look at some of these other tents it comes with. Can we throw down more than one tent? Let's try tossing this one, see what happens. Okay, so we can just toss down our tents. As many as we like, it appears. Lots of different colors. So far, I think the Vault-Tec one's the best looking one. These other ones are pretty standard looking. We got cherry for a tent. That did not go as far back as I was hoping. Oh, cherry doesn't look too bad. Let's keep tossing them. And oh, I don't like the look of that one. That one's earth sand seems kind of boring. Regular earth, not too bad. Grape. Let's check out the grape tent. Ooh, that's a really nice shade of purple. And now we have lemon. Got a whole campsite here. Yeah. Got a tent Okay, so if you do throw it too close to an object, it will just clip. Which, depending on where you're at, can be kind of a nice thing. Let's try tossing one up on the hill. See how it handles the slope. And it does not really like the slope. It seems to just kind of morph into the ground. So do keep that in mind when you are deploying your tent. Although there's a lot of colors of tents. They definitely made sure they put a lot of them. And tangerine. Now, I can't remember if I mentioned it earlier. In order to obtain the tents, you craft them at a chemistry station. They cost some cloth and rubber. The backpack costs some ballistic fiber, and I think some plastic. Overall, though, I will say I think my favorite tent is the Vault-Tec one. It's the only one that's really multicolored. I think the author should have included maybe some like Nuka-Cola themed ones, some Vim. Could have made some gunner themed, like different factions. I think that would have been a good idea. But let's pack up. You can just pick everything up. Nice, quick, simple, easy. And the little animation, that is from the Animated World mod. That is not from this. I just run it because it helps spruce up things a little bit. I like that mod. It's good. It's very well put together. So, let's pack up. See, they all go to your inventory. Extinguish. Pack up the fire, because you can't really pack it up. And it's like you were never there. Now, we are going to run back over to Sanctuary, because this does also come with some settlement items. So we're going to head on over and take a look. So I think we're within the bounds of the settlement now. There we go. So our first set of stuff is found under decorations. Oh, not that lamp. Decorations, miscellaneous. And there's a campfire, which is part of a DLC. That is not part of this. There we go. So we've got a trailer. So we've got some trailers you can craft. Multiple colors. Oh, and new and old looking of both. Oh, that counts as a chem lab. It's from Breaking Bad. It's a Breaking Bad reference. Jesse, wanna cook? Let's build that. We'll build one regular one to take a look at. We'll go with that purple. So there's those campers you can build. And it also comes with some benches, which are under furniture and chairs. So let's see if we can find the bench. There's so much stuff in this. I think this is supposed to be it. The log bench. Yeah, log bench. That's the one we want. So that is your settlement objects. And I imagine if you wanted to use a tent in your settlement, you could just kind of come up and just toss one of these down. And now you have a tent in your settlement to use. Can you pick it up? No. So you have to make sure you get it where you want it when you toss it down. You cannot pick a tent up in the settlement mode. Well, let's see. How does this work? Does it work? Okay, let's try moving it. Now, there shouldn't be anything in the way here. Let's try this again. Alright, so the chem bench doesn't see part of it doesn't seem to work. Yeah, as soon as you start loading in, it just kicks you out. So it does seem like that part of it is currently not working properly. So keep that in mind. Now, onto the review portion, now that we've looked over all of the content that this adds. So, I do think this has a use. Like, this isn't bad, but there are a lot of free alternatives And this is $3, the equivalent of $3. So just convert that to your local currency if you're not from the US. I would... You see, I want to rate this highly because it does have a good use. Like, having access to tents and survival is really good. But at the same point in time, there's already free mods that let you make campsites. So I don't... Plus, this comes with a chem bench that is broken. Like, you go in to use it, and it just kicks you out. So, I'm afraid I'm probably going to need to rate this like a 5. Like, I'd like to rate it more. Like, it's not a bad mod, but there's free alternatives, and part of it is broken and bugged out. Plus, $3 is kind of steep for this. If this were $1, I'd say, sure, pick it up. Because I do believe this is an achievement-friendly mod. Do not quote me on it. I play on PC, so all mods are achievement-friendly. But if you're on console, I think this is... Let me check my notes real quick. And, oh, according to my notes, it is not achievement-friendly. So, that is not good for this mod. And I also see in my notes I missed something. Apparently you have to be in third person to enter this. And it just uses default chem bench animations, so the animations don't fit it at all. Okay, we're going to have to revise our review. This is getting a 4. A 3.5. Like, the camping part of it is good. This is broken. I guess you can't interact with these if you're not in third person. I guess if you try and sleep. Okay, no, it worked. I guess my note was wrong. It must just be the chem bench that doesn't work unless you're in third person. Either way, that's a bug that should have been fixed before this was released, especially since people are paying their hard-earned dollary dues. So we're going to go with a 3.5. There are free alternatives on the Nexus, and I'm sure there's a free alternative on console, and the chem bench is bugged. So I do want to thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy the video, do feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below what mod/verified creation you would like for me to play through next. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.